is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am DJ Keemstar.
I am Only Use Me Blade.
And there's been a lot of drama going on recently.
Time out. Let me just explain something real quick. Whatever, you know me, I'm out of the drama. I have no opinion on the matter.
I straight up tweeted out that Only Use Me Blade is not a part of this. He doesn't need to be involved.
And let me just kind of explain to my fans that watch the show. Keem and I have some kind of weird rapport with each other where he's like the little chihuahua that like just goes crazy, runs around and fucking and just goes at people, and I'm content, and I think it makes for a good show. So like whatever, like I just have to reiterate that I get along with Keem. Doesn't mean I necessarily endorse what he says.
All I'm saying, if someone tried to fuck with you, I'd stab him. I'm just saying.
I know you would, and then I'd have to explain like Keem stabbed him because you ride or die, and I get that for you, but like I don't have this, like I have I don't want to say a loyalty, but I don't have like a blind loyalty to anybody. Like if like I'm friends. Here's a good example. Like remember El Presidor and Thunder were beefing?
Yeah.
Friends with both of them, and I'm not picking sides. Why can't we all be friends? Why can't we all get along? But that's my piece. Now let's get into the drama.
This is what happened, all right? 1 year ago, all right? Basically, actually this happened like a couple years ago. Somebody called the police and a SWAT team came into my house, all right? They got my address, they called on Skype, and they sent a SWAT team to my house. Now, they got arrested for that. And I don't even know if they're in jail or juvie or whatever. I know that someone was arrested during that. But the thing is that police did come into my house thinking there was a hostage situation when there wasn't. Now, about 6 months after that, obviously Jesus tweeted out that he wished one of the cops would have shot my daughter. All right? So I just fucking could do nothing but see red. Because people don't understand. Like, if you're not a parent, you won't understand what it's like when someone says something like that about your kid. We have these instincts to defend our kids no matter what, right?
Okay.
So he says this, right? And it's an all-out war, all right? The dude has to frickin' block everybody on Twitter. He has to hide his YouTube channel because there was about to be an onslaught, all right? Time went on, kind of forgot about it, all right? Now, over the last year, this guy has been uploading videos attacking Woody's son. I mean, over 25 videos of him attacking his son. Machinima dropped him, right? Yaush picks him up right away. So I always thought, and other people have always thought this, like, why is Yaush got this guy partnered who's uploading videos attacking an innocent kid, all right? And some people might say that, well, Woody's a public figure. Yeah, but his kid isn't. Woody's kids have nothing to do with anything. He's making statements that he needs to rape, or that he should rape Woody's daughter. He made statements that he impregnated Woody's. It's just ridiculous stuff, all right, beyond trolling. So last night, obviously Jesus, the bully that he is, trying to bully children, had a go at Advanced UAV. So I stepped in and just said, all right, enough's enough. It's time for someone to bully the bully, right?
Okay.
So I step in and I start telling him to back the fuck off, and I start asking people for his docs, and then I released his docs on Twitter. And, he made a comment saying something about my daughter's trying to like reach down his pants or something like that. And then he replied to someone else who said that my daughter should be raped, like, is a perfect 10 for rape. All right, this is what was said.
Isn't that perfect 10 for rape something somebody else said, not what he said?
Right. No, it is. It is. It's what someone else said that he was replying to. But in the heat of the moment, I just thought that he said it. Regardless, it's not. I wouldn't put it past him. He's made all his stuff private, so I'm sure this stuff is still coming out of his mouth. So then, after all this has happened, I'm starting to think Yaush is responsible for this guy. They got this guy partnered. They need to drop him. So I thought that, I would tweet at him and be like, hey, look, you need to drop this guy. He's attacking people's kids. that have nothing to do with this. You're both parents to Big Snacks and Chaos, all right? They respond back like, they're not going to do anything about it. Like, they're not going to do a thing. And what I was saying is, how would you feel, Chaos, if people started making videos and started attacking your kids, all right? So they do nothing about it, right? Chaos uploads a video, and I tweet the video, and I say, you should dislike this dude. This dude is actually profiting off of, obviously, Jesus attacking children. So they disliked his videos or whatever. And he got mad, and he uploaded a video saying that the only reason why I tried to bring down Yaush is because of what happened on a stream a year before. Dude, all Yaush has to do is drop this guy. Chaos is a parent. He should know better than this. Chaos made this big, long video stating that, obviously Jesus never said anything about the rape, and that obviously Jesus never said that that my daughter should be shot. I mean, that's just bullshit. That's not true. He didn't even watch my video.
Aren't we kind of, not we, but aren't you kind of bringing more attention over to obviously Jesus? Like, I remember when...
This is the thing. This is what needs to be done. There needs to be so much attention that this dude, all right, gets dropped from the network. All right.
But the thing is, even if he gets even if he gets dropped from the network, wouldn't just another network pick him up if your plan has succeeded?
And wouldn't people go to that network and say, "What the hell are you doing? Why is this guy partnered under you? This guy attacks children."
I mean, I'm not okay. What I'm about to say isn't talking.
There should be no end to the armies and armies of people that should be upset and that should be trying to shut this guy down. There should be no end of it. It should go until the guy's gone.
So, but here's the thing, though. Even if he were to get unpartnered, he's still going to make videos, though. And so, what did you accomplish?
I'm going to put you in a catch-22 right now. All right. Let's say that you're Yaush and you have this guy in your network, and he's uploading videos attacking Woody's son. All right. This is a fact. This isn't up for debate. Like, this is a fact. All right.
Okay.
Under the Yaush network, he's uploading videos attacking. Maybe he's doing it on a separate channel or something. But he's still uploading videos attacking Woody's son. Do you keep him on the network?
And I'm going to tell you that's why I don't have a network, because I have control over me, and I don't have control over somebody else. That's why I wouldn't have anybody below. That's why I wouldn't have anybody, like, if I have, like, the Blade Network, the people that were on there don't necessarily share my same views, and so what someone else says, I never want what someone else says represents me. So I know that's a shitty way to answer your question, but I wouldn't have a network.
These guys are so greedy that it doesn't. Their parents, they're so greedy that all they care about is money. That they won't just be men for 2 seconds and say, "Look, I'm a parent. I have kids. We're going to shut this down." And Chaos is trying to switch the story to be about me. What Chaos just uploaded was ridiculous. This dude has been uploading attack videos against Woody's gamertag's son the whole time he's been through Yaush, and he's never discussed that once. In this video response, he basically said DJ Keemstar's a hater of Yaush, and that was his reply to this.
Do you think because the message that you're sending, because it's coming from you, that they might be?
Absolutely. If it was anybody else that would upload a video and demand Yaush to get shut or to drop this guy, anybody else, it would be well more received. But they're trying to curve the conversation. They're trying to turn it into, oh, Keemstar's a troll. So and that's the worst thing about being a troll and some of my antics is that it's the boy who cried wolf. When there's a serious situation and something needs to be done about it, there's people like this that just say, well, he's a troll. Don't give him any respect. And I get that. I hate that. I hate that about my online persona. And I just wish that somebody would stand up. I mean, Woody was like, sending everyone to my Twitter last night when this stuff was going on. I mean, this poor guy, his kids have been attacked by this guy for months, years. Or, well, maybe not at least a year. At least a year, Woody's kids have been attacked by this guy. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, it's a tough situation because, like, I mean, I don't have any children, but if someone were to like attack my mother or my sister, I would be furious, and I would
Imagine, obviously, Jesus uploading videos talking bad about your sister, saying that she's retarded or she should be raped. Imagine that. Imagine that for 2 seconds.
he
All right?
wouldn't he wouldn't like that would go on for about a day, and then he would be shut up pretty quick. That's all I'm going to say about that. And that's not a, if obviously Jesus has to listen to it, that's not like me calling you out. I've never said anything to you. And actually, you want to hear something funny about interaction I had with obviously Jesus?
Sure.
I think he tweeted something, or he said something about me or whatever, and I just replied, I was like, dude, I don't know what you're going through, but I hope that you have a swell day. And he responded back like with some long tweet talking about, you know, hey, I hope you die of diabetes, go fuck yourself, or if you mean what you say, thank you. And it's just like this, it's like this weird dynamic. I don't have any issues with him. I don't bother anybody. If he were to say some shit like that, it wouldn't, like I would take that shit seriously. I would take that shit seriously, and it wouldn't be a call to machinima. It wouldn't be, I'm going to complain about it on Twitter. It would be taken care, behind the scenes.
I know where he lives. I want to go to his house and just punch him in the face. I know where he lives. I know exactly where. I called him. People are saying that the information that I put up on my Twitter is wrong. No, it's not. I called him and he answered the phone. And what he did is he answered the phone. He goes, "Yeah, police here." I go, "Listen, Colin." I go, "This is Keemstar." I go, "I'm gonna come to your house." His
name's Colin?
His name is Colin.
Isn't that Woody's son's name?
Yeah.
That's crazy coincidence, but okay.
His name's Colin, and he just ignored me and hung up the phone. And I didn't make my number private or anything.
Yeah.
And it's funny because this guy, he completely manipulates people. Anybody that ever talks bad about him, he bans on his channel and he bans on his Twitter. He controls this little minute group of people, right? And these people never ever get to hear bad stuff about obviously.
Did you reach out to him and see if that he would possibly want to come on the Bad Kid Show and discuss this or no?
What's he gonna say?
Well, I'm just asking. Did
I would. Open invitation. Come on. I want to hear what you have to say. Because you know what I did to this dude on Twitch TV? I took one of his videos and broke it all apart and showed how he was manipulating people. Because what he does is he talks about philosophy and stuff. He tries to convince people that he's smart, but all he's really doing is manipulating 12-year-olds into thinking that he's intelligent when he's not. You know what I mean? Anybody can go on a rant about philosophy and trick children into thinking that you're intelligent when you're not, when it's really just a form of manipulation. And especially, here is the cut and dry facts about manipulation. How do you control the conversation? You get rid of anybody that disagrees with you. And obviously Jesus is known for banning people on his channel. If you go to his channel right now and you're a new person, you say, obviously Jesus, I don't agree with you, you're going to get blocked, you're going to get banned, right? There's absolutely no what do I want to say? There's no one challenging him in his circle. He maintains these followers so they don't see any hate, so they don't see any ideas. It's like these little children are chapped. It's honestly like a Coney situation. I mean,
come on, bro. You can't compare.
You can make that metaphor.
Dude, I guess you could make that metaphor, but that metaphor is crazy.
The fact of the matter is that this dude has went way too far. The fact that Yaush is getting paid for ads on his video is ridiculous. What Chaos said is, you are not allowed to talk, or he said that his rules in Yaush is that you're not allowed to talk bad about any other directors in Yaush. Those are the rules, so they're not going to drop him. So because Woody's Gamertag's son, Colin, isn't a director, it's okay for him to attack him. Because Woody's Gamertag is not in Yaush, it's okay for him to attack him. And I just want to know, is this guy going to PAX West? Because if he is, he's going to get punched in the face on camera. I'll spend a night in jail. I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna stay in King County out here?
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I mean, I highly doubt that he's gonna come to PAX West.
If he comes to any event, he's getting hit. And then you got this dude, Mr. Technical Difficulty, or whatever his name is, Kyle Luca, or whatever. Dude's trying to defend him. He's getting abused. This Kyle dude, Loch Ness Monster, whatever the fuck his name is, he's sitting here trying to support like Chaos and support obvious Jesus, and his own fans are being like, yo, bro, I've unsubbed to your channel. Like, no one is going to support an individual that attacks innocent children. No one is. No one is. So Kyle removed me off of Skype. He removed me off of Skype because I flat out told him, I'm like, you're wrong, and you're going to see people unsub from your channel. And people have been unsubbing from Mr. Technical Difficulties channel all friggin' day and lighting him up on Twitter that he needs to stay out of it. You can't defend, obviously, Jesus. If you do, then you support attacking innocent kids. It's just that simple.
I mean, couldn't it? Here's the thing. So, like, I don't even know if this is appropriate, but like when I was talking to Woody about this, and I apologize, Woody, if I say something that I shouldn't about this conversation. But you know, during the time when Woody was actively, you know, arguing with obviously Jesus, his channel like quadrupled in views. And then when he stopped, then his channel just went back to normal amount of views. Yeah,
but Woody also successfully got this dude removed from machinima. Why stop there? Now Yash picks him up, and they're profiting off of this dude's hate of children and attacking children.
This isn't any disrespect, but like I, you know, does obviously Jesus do enough views where the money that he would make from him if he lost his partnership, would he really be hurting that bad? I mean, what kind of view? I hate talking about views, but like, what kind of views does obviously Jesus do?
Who knows? Right now his channel's hidden. You can't even go to his channel. It's like hidden.
What do you
mean?
He's
got all his channels hidden because he's fearing what people are going to do. They're going to go over and shut down and flag every one of his videos.
Hidden from you or hidden?
No, hidden from everybody. You can't go to his channel. By the time this airs, the channel might be up. But right now, if you try to go to any of his channels, they're gone. Because there's a button you can hit where you hide your channel, where nobody can see it. And that's what he's done to protect himself because of the onslaught of people that are going to find the videos where he attacks innocent kids, and they're going to flag it for bullying.
I'm looking at his channel right now.
Link me. Because just 2 minutes ago, this shit was not live.
Bam.
Just 2 minutes ago, he had this channel hidden. Because people were tweeting out that his channel got shut down. All I'm saying is the dude needs to be wiped out.
Well, here's what I'm saying, bro. So you're talking about what you would like is for you know, based on what you said, what you would like is for his channel to be unpartnered, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate to bring up video views, but I'm like looking at the total number of video views for his channel, like total number of video views, period. If he were to lose partnership, I don't think it's the type of money that anybody could really cry about that he's losing. So it sounds as if like if he were to lose if let's say you succeeded and he lost his partnership, he's still gonna make videos. He's still gonna upload videos and like do whatever he does. So really, what do you win from that besides him just not making?
All right, voice of reason, shut up. I'm gonna punch him in the face. Is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, why don't you? I think that would be, you know.
Why do you got to be the voice of reason?
Because I look at this and this is silly. This is silly. Like, okay, if someone talks shit about me or my family, I'll be like, fuck off. You know what I mean? But like, besides that, unless they act like I really would, like if someone talks shit about my sister, go try to find my sister. My sister would beat your ass.
But here's why the battle isn't just with me and obviously Jesus. It's with me and Yash now. Is because Yash blindly defends him. I mean,
I don't know if it's
just
blind.
that?
I don't know if it's like blindly offending, but like if picture Yoush as a Wendy's, okay, and you go into Wendy's and you see obviously Jesus working the fryer and he does a shitty job, and you fucking just roast him, and then you go to the fucking Wendy's managers like fire him, and they're like, we're not going to fire him. Now you're like, fuck Wendy's.
That's a horrible analogy. Let me give you a better one.
I'm
all
hungry
right?
now. When's the last time you went to Wendy's? Do they have Wendy's in Buffalo?
Yeah.
They do. I didn't see one. I mean, I wouldn't.
You want to hear what's funny? You love Tim Hortons, right?
Yeah.
Wendy's and Tim Hortons are the same company.
No shit.
Yeah.
Did you send my little cable back or no?
Ah, shit. I was so caught up in the drama.
How am I supposed to game, bro?
Dude, I will mail it to you.
Everybody, I used to be cool with Keemstar, but now he's holding my little breakaway cable hostage. Unsubbed. Bad Kid Show's over. That's it. For the people that don't understand, so I brought over a Scuff gaming controller. Like I use a Scuff gaming controller.
Yeah, you talked about this in the podcast last night.
I actually do like it. I'm not doing that to try to sell controllers. I actually do like it. I can't use it right now because I lost a breakaway cable.
So if we were to buy a Scuff controller, what code do we use?
Blade.
You are so dumb.
No, okay. Go back in my videos. Have I ever sold anything on any of my videos?
Sell out.
Have I ever sold anything on any of my videos?
No. I mean, honestly, I know you. You're not a sellout. I'm just busting your balls.
No, I know that.
I just wish that Yoush would be held responsible for partnering the guy. I mean, people did go to Machinima and they were like, dude, I can't believe you have this guy in your network, and they got rid of him. Why is Yoush so dirty and so greedy that they can't?
I mean, I think the worst thing you could do to someone, like, the worst, meanest thing that you could do to me, you can call me fat, you can say that my foot's going to fall off, you can say that I'm fucking ugly, you can say anything bad about me, but the worst thing you could do to me is not watch my videos. Seriously, that's the worst thing. If there was, like, some troll army out there, right? And you, like, let's say you still have, like, the Halo a-hole thing going on, right? And you had some troll army. I would love for you to attack me and send all your fans my way, because they're going to come over there and be like, this guy's pretty chill. I don't know what Keem's talking about. Stop. Like,
yeah, but that's not going to happen in the OJ situation.
People are still going over there and watching his videos. He's still getting paid off the views. So, like, I'm sorry. I'm one of those YouTubers that, like, cares about money and stuff like that. Like I know that sounds kind of douchebaggish.
We just came from a conversation where you're not a sellout to this.
No, yeah, but like if people want, if you want big commentators, CNanners, if you listen to this, if you have an issue with me, go ahead and send your subs my way and tell me I'm a piece of shit.
Honestly, what you said right now makes a lot of sense. But this dude is still partnered. There's a network that supports.
But how does him being partnered affect you? That's what I'm asking. How does him being partnered affect you?
It affects my opinion of who the fuck would partner him. Let me ask you a question.
You already dislike Yoush.
How does Michael Vick playing in the NFL affect a dog lover?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Obviously, people can form their own opinions of things, and if they are really, like, if they're a dog lover, if they're really into dogs, and the idea that the NFL would hire somebody or keep someone in the league who, like, hurt dogs, then boycott the NFL. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like, obviously, Jesus, don't watch.
I'm saying, if you're a Yoush director and you're watching this right now, drop the network. Go to Machinima. Go somewhere else. Why stay on that network? If you know that those people are so greedy that they're willing to have a guy in their channel that will sit there and attack somebody's handicapped child, send out tweets saying that he wishes someone else's child would get shot, if you're on a network that you know is that greedy to have that person on your network, then leave. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying for people to care for 2 seconds about real shit and not just money, care for 2 seconds and boycott that fucking network. I'm done with it. Let's talk about something else.
Whoa. You are asking the people that make money on YouTube to have some morals. You're asking people on YouTube to have some morals, bro. Whoa. Slow down, buddy. All right, I'm down to talk about anything else. What would you like to talk about? What happened on the news today, bro?
I didn't watch the news. I've been so...
Can we talk about Newsroom?
Newsroom is amazing. It's the best show ever.
Can I just explain to people? So Newsroom is this show on HBO, and it came on right... I'm trying to think of what the other show... The show... Okay, so as shows come on HBO, I love 90% of the shows on HBO, right? The last great series that I watched from HBO, and it's still on, is the show called Girls. I don't know if you've seen the show Girls. Have you?
No, I've never watched that.
Okay, Girls is awesome. Like, I'm a fucking dude, but the show Girls is fucking amazing. It really is.
It sounds like a femme show.
Well, it's about 4 chicks, yeah. But it's awesome, dude. There's this character on there named Adam that is my fucking hero. Like, you just have to watch it. It's hard to explain. But anyway, so that show ended, and it's, it was not ended, but the season ended. I'm like, I get all the press. I'm like, great, now I don't have anything to watch this Sunday. And then they kept on pushing this show called Newsroom. And I was like, okay, that looks kind of interesting. And I watched the first episode, and I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Like, there needs to be more stuff like this on television.
Right.
Now, right. You watch the news a lot. Like, when I was over at your house, you watch the news a lot, and I completely respect that, I
have to watch the news. I have to know what's going on in the world, yeah.
The reason why I don't watch the news is because the news can be so subjective, and it could be, what they're reporting isn't necessarily the truth. You know what I mean? Like, if a news organization would report nothing but the facts, then it'd be boycotted so much. Like, there's ratings and there's...
Well, I mean, there's NPR. NPR talks... See, this is what I do, all right? If you're talking about politics, you have Fox, which is very, right. And then you have, MSNBC or MSNBC that is very left. And then you have CNN, which... leans a little bit to the left, but is more centered. All right.
CNN gets trolled all the time. Have you seen those videos?
No. What?
CNN gets trolled hardcore. Like, wow. I don't know how people do it, but basically people will be able to call into CNN and get on the show, and then just basically prank call CNN live on the air. It's fucking awesome. You've never seen that stuff before?
No, I've never seen it.
Dude, when we get off this, you got to look up on YouTube CNN.
I know one of my friends, which is from the hacking community, successfully trolled CNN really bad. But this is what happened. This is what happened, all right? So there was this lady that owned a charity, and basically the charity was accepting donations for veterans that were disabled, right? And they kept all the money. They didn't give any money to the disabled veterans. So CNN was investigating them, going to their door, and they were quick running in their offices, hiding, because they basically stole this money. So a friend of mine actually hacked this lady's email at the company. All right. So CNN was emailing them, asking questions about what was going on, trying to get a response, trying to get a time to do an interview. So what they did is they copied all of the lyrics, and I can't remember the name of the song. They copied all the lyrics and just kept sending it back. It was from a Michael Bolton's, or no, not Michael Bolton. It was the guy that played the saxophone.
Kenny?
No.
Kenny G?
No. It's a famous YouTube video where the guy plays the saxophone.
Oh, that's just fucking fun. Oh, yeah, and he plays the da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It's the lyrics and I can't think of it for nothing. Someone will put
I never want to breathe again, I think it's called.
It's something
I never want to dance again. Guilty feelings got no rhythm.
But I don't know the name of that song.
I'm pretty sure it's from Michael... the dude that did the song Father Figure, and then it came out that he was gay and blew a dude in the bathroom.
Anyhow, what they did.
What is that song? I'm gonna look. Okay,
dude,
go ahead.
I gotta find this right now.
No, I know. I'm figuring it out right now.
There's a CNN video of
George Michael. George Michael.
Yes, it's a George Michael song, I believe. Because frickin' Anderson Cooper on CNN was like, basically said, we kept asking for emails, but all we got was the lyrics of this song. So they hacked into her email and kept spamming.
It's called Careless Whisper.
Yes, that's it. That is it. Careless Whisper. They fucking sent the lyrics to CNN of Careless Whip.
Are you hearing that right now?
Yes.
It's actually a good song.
So this is what they did. They took the lyrics to that song and replied to Anderson Cooper at CNN because he kept emailing him trying to get an interview. And they fucking actually went on the news and they're like, look, we're trying to get an email with them, but they just keep on replying with the lyrics of Careless Whisper.
Hey, dude, I don't care what anybody says. Like, the late 80s, early 90s music was awesome.
Way better than what's out today.
Dude, the 90s music was fucking amazing. It really was.
So to get back to my original point, because there's so many points that we start on this show that we never get back to. And
I gotta tell you about my super hardcore friend, like, all tatted up. He's like a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's super, like, into himself, hardcore, and he'll sit there on the couch, smoke hella weed, and just be like, bro, I got bars. All these guys out there are super weak. I'm super filthy. Like, that's just how he talks, right?
Right.
He thinks he's the fucking best rapper alive, and that no one can touch him, and that just shit's real, right? But when you talk to him, it's hella funny because I asked him one time, like, I used to work with him, I asked him one time, I'm like, what's your favorite song? Or, like, what's your favorite artist, you know? And he's like, well, my favorite artist in rap is so-and-so and this person, and, like, his favorite artist is, like, Brother Lynch. And I'm like, no. What's your favorite artist of all music? Of all music, who's your favorite artist? And he was just like, man, you're gonna look at me kind of weird about this, man, but it's Loppler, Cyndi Lauper. He was like, for real, bro, just sit down and just listen to Time After Time. That shit's beautiful, son. And I'm just like, come on, bro.
Time after time. When a new do-do-do-do-do remind me.
And here's the thing.
Time after time.
Like, I go through the same thing. So, like, my favorite artist is Sade Day. Hands down. Favorite artist. Fucking, you know, I've been to her concert. And a lot of people, when they hear that, they're like, are you serious, bro? It's like, I don't want to call it, like, a guilty pleasure, but, like, if a song's good, song's good. Like, George Michael literally is gay. But this song, you know, Never Want to Dance Again, it's a fucking good song. Like, how can you...
You know what a really, really good song is, and my favorite artist? Well, I'm packing up my game and I'ma head out west for real women come equipped with scripts of fake breast, find a nest in the hills and chill like Flint. I love Kid Rock. I just think Kid Rock shit is like the bomb.
Early Morning Stone Pimp is a pretty awesome song.
Dude, it's so white trash, and yes, I know, oh my god, how can you like it, but... Kid Rock stuff, and actually Kid Cudi. Oh my god, I'm so into Kid Cudi, dude. Kid Cudi is so fucking good.
Kid Cudi ruined a relationship for me.
How? What happened?
I was super drunk, and I saw like a flyer saying that Kid Cudi was coming to Seattle, and I promised.
You took a girl there, and she ran backstage and gave him a blowjob?
No, I promised this. I told this girl that I was dating at the time that I bought Kid Cudi tickets, and she was super excited. Like, she told her family and everything. And then I talked to my guy where I get all my tickets for, like, if I, you know, tickets for music events or whatever.
Right.
And I asked him, I was like, dude, I kind of promised somebody that I bought these Kid Cudi tickets, and he's like, dude, Kid Cudi's not even scheduled to play out here. And I looked at the fucking flyer, and it was for, like, 2011 or some shit like that. And I was like, fuck. So I made the mistake of lying to a woman, and I told her, oh, yeah, it's coming up. And she was just like, I'm checking his Facebook and his Twitter, and he's not coming to Seattle anytime. And then it basically came out. I was like, listen, I thought that Kid Cudi was coming here, and I was going to, like, just buy the tickets.
So you were just, like, trying to put it off long enough to get a piece of ass?
No, she was my girlfriend at the time.
She broke up with you?
Not over that. There was other things, but that was like not good. Like, I've never like lied to a woman before.
Hey, honey. Kid Cudi's not coming to the town. I'm not a millionaire, and this isn't a 10-incher. Just so you know.
That's so true though. Like trust I mean, I'm big on trust. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like, trust is a big thing, but like in that particular circumstances, I made that mistake of lying and then trying to cover up for my lie. I think that if you just lie, that's fucking bad. That's not a good thing because like trust is hard to rebuild, especially with a female. Because she's probably had other dudes that have lied to her, and then you get into that category. But, like, just to lie to them once, and then just be like, listen, I'm fucking sorry. Let me work on building it back up. That's one thing. But to lie again to cover it up, and then so it ends up being that string of lies, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked. And that's why I don't, like, A, I'm too lazy to lie, and B, that's it. I'm too lazy to lie.
I mean, I don't really, like, I used to lie a lot, but I, like, grew out of lying. And sometimes...
Life's so much easier if you don't lie.
Sometimes I would lie about the stupidest things in the world and be like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, you know how, like, at the end of the night when you're going to sleep, you reflect on the day? Yeah. You know, I'm just... What the fuck is wrong?
What are some things that you lied about? That like little things that you lied about that you just go, why did I
even think of it? Because this is like probably like 6 years ago. You know what I mean? When like I was just growing up or whatever. It's like in my 20s, and you just lie about the stupidest things like how much I would tell a friend that I was getting paid more at a job than I was really getting paid. Like just ridiculous. Like outrageous. Like double of what I was getting paid. Just stupid stuff, and I'd just be like, why? What is wrong with me, Yeah. So, eventually, and I think a lot of people go through that, like, when you're becoming adult, you're like, okay, look, I'm just not going to lie anymore. Like, I'm going to grow up.
It's way easier if you don't. Like, if you never have to juggle stories. You know what I mean? And also, there's a difference between a white lie and just a straight-up lie where you're giving someone false information and your word becomes shitty. You know what I mean?
But here's a different thing, though. Like, when it comes to, like, if you're dating and you're lying, I don't even consider that lying. I think that's just part of the game of dating.
I don't. Like,
I just see that as part of the game.
Like, give me an example of what you lie about in that situation.
I'm saying if I was single
not with Melissa. I'm saying if you were in a different relationship, could you potentially lie to that new person about?
Okay, let's say that we were.
You like how I set that up? That was beautiful.
If I wasn't in this relationship with Melissa and we were to go out and we were to meet some girls, I'd be like, yeah, we're filming this documentary. Yeah, we're working with Spielberg. We're doing some big stuff. Going out to Hollywood to shoot my TV show. Yeah. Oh, gotta go. Just got a tweet from P. Diddy. Like, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought you meant, like, it'd be situations like you go out with a buddy and you tell them that you're at the Mariners game, but you're really at a bar getting drinks, and then you're just basically trying to space it out and be like, oh, yeah, traffic's really bad. I'm about to come home.
No, I don't do that. If I don't want to talk to someone, I just don't respond. There's no point of lying.
That's what the whole topic is about. It's about lying.
Well, I'm saying, okay, and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing where you can lie. Let's say you're with a bunch of people and everybody's lying. All right, I feel like that's an acceptable thing. Let's say you got this one friend that you don't want to hang out with because he's a complete, like, screw-up fucking loser, and he's going to go out and just make the night a horrible night. And if everybody together is like, yo, bro, we're not going out tonight, that's cool. That's acceptable.
Yeah, I hate that situation when you're friends with douchebags. Like, not douchebags, but, like, I hate, you know what I hate? I hate being friends with, like, some of my homies aren't in the best place in their life. So, like, if we go out, I know they're broke. And I fucking, that is a fucking,
that.
I fucking hate that. Like, don't go out. If you don't have the money to go out, don't go out. Because they do, like, this little puppy dog thing where they're like, no, I'll just watch you guys do that. And,
yeah.
It's like, fuck, dude.
It's like you have to buy them. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. You know what though? About like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like I just stopped hanging out with certain groups of people because I like knew like whoever I hang out with is who I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Like even in this YouTube game, all right, I have a very select few friends. I have acquaintances, but I only have a very few select friends in this YouTube game. And the reason why is because I want to surround myself with like-minded people, or I want to surround myself with successful people that I can learn from, that I can grow from, because it's common knowledge that we are, I can't think of the goddamn word. We are a result of our environment. All right? So whatever you're around is what you're going to do. If you hang out with millionaires all day long, and millionaires are your friends and billionaire rich people, chances are that you're probably going to get something going where you end up making a lot of money. All right? If you hang around with druggies all day, straight up pillheads, whatever, chances are you're probably going to be doing some drugs. If you hang out with jocks all day, chances are you're probably going to go to the basketball court and shoot some hoops. Whoever you hang around with, they influence your life and they change you who you want to be. So I remember at a point in my life, I was like, this dude is doing coke every time we go out. All right? Mm-hmm. I'm doing coke every once in a while with this dude, and I'm probably going to end up doing coke every time I go out if I continue to hang out with him. So I
would not want to see you on coke. I would not want to see that. Because you're super energetic all the time. I would hate to see you on coke. I mean, you've seen me off of Jaeger before, like a lot of Jaeger,
Yeah.
And so, and it's not the same thing as coke, but that you definitely see me have like I'm drunk, but I have energy at the same time.
Well, here's an example. All right. I do not drink Jaeger bombs. It's not my choice. But when you're around, I end up drinking a lot of Jaeger bombs. You know what I mean? We are products of our environment. That's what I meant to say. Products of our environment.
I think we're products of our environment, but I also think that part of the factor is your genetics, and then all it is, your makeup is just a combination of the two.
So you agree that we are products of our environment?
I agree that our environment has ingredients in us, but I don't think it's a product.
So then basically you're saying if you are a Yoush director right now, you should leave the network because you're going to end up like, obviously, Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly the metaphor that I was going to bring back from half hour on the show. Yeah, you read my fucking mind, bro. No, I completely agree. Like I've had thoughts of like just completely blocking all communications with you.
You know what? With me?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because you're a douchebag.
Shut up. You've never had those thoughts.
Yes. Oh, more than not. Yes, I have.
What? Tell me.
Every time, like, I've already given this analogy 100 times, but anybody that's ever seen the movie Casino, I'm Sam Rothstein and you're Joe Pesci. Like, I love you, bro. I love the energy. I love your go-getness, or I don't even think that's a word. But, like, sometimes you just do things that I'm just like face palm. Like, no, why are you doing that?
Give me an example.
The thing with the camera guy thing? No? Can we talk about that or no?
Let's talk about it. All right.
All right. So, okay. Thank you for giving me the green light. So
I'll give you, because why do I need to hold anything back? By the way, first of all, before you say anything, Scott has been my friend for a really long time, and I fucking love and actually do respect him. I just was being an asshole, and it's nothing personal, and I just want to get that out there. Go.
Okay, this is awesome. So we go. I fly out to Buffalo, right? And I don't care how long this show's going to go on. We got to keep this one. How long have we been going? Cool. 105. We'll make it fucking a little bit longer. Is that cool? Longer.
Going.
Bam. Okay, so I get out to Buffalo, right? And when I get out there, I meet Scott Kid Martin. Is it Kid Martin? Kid Martin? Whatever. When I heard it, I always thought it was Kid Martin. So that, in my brain, that's who he is. Cool ass dude, right? Cool dude. Shake his hand. Talk to him. You know, bam. He is really into like videography, if that's the correct word, right?
You're right.
So he's very meticulous and very technical with his video work, and he actually films in such a way that he can make like a TV show, right? But the thing is that Keem, besides me, I'm just saying this right now, besides me, Keem can be a complete douchebag to people. Okay, not douchebag, but like very I want to say authoritative, and you could be very condescending, and you want things done a certain way. You will say, okay, let me hear you out on your opinion on the matter, and you'll listen for a second and be like, that's good and dandy, but you don't understand. I need this to happen now. And it's just... And so, as we were going along, Scott, you know, within the first day Scott was like, listen, dude, you need to approach me in a different way because the way that you're talking to me doesn't work for me. Just flat out. There's no way. Like, you have to realize that there's a process to it, and there's a lot more than, it's not just hit record and just capture it.
And see, why this was all going on, I didn't even, like, acknowledge that I was being, I want to say, the thought didn't go through my mind, Scott is making me mad, I want to be a dick to him. Like, I honestly was not trying to be a dick to Scott at all.
And that's even worse about it, because you were not trying to be a dick. It's not like you were trying to troll Scott for a reaction. That wasn't the case at all. It's just that your mind goes a million miles a minute, and if any little thing comes your way that you don't necessarily agree with, you're just like, fuck that, let's just go. And so you guys clashed on that part. I didn't clash with Scott, but you and Scott clashed because you were
apologize to Scott like a million times, and I'll even say it again. Like, Scott, I am sorry. I was a D-bag to you. I didn't even know I was a D-bag until somebody said something.
But so like throughout the week, I was like we would go outside for a minute and just like be me and you, and I'd be like, Kane, bro, you have got to be nicer to Scott. Like, you have to like suck up whatever pride you have, and you have to be nice to him. Or not even nice, you just have to treat him with some level of respect as a human being.
I don't even know why I was being like this. Like, I honestly am ashamed. I'm ashamed because Scott, like, went out of his way to help us, and he did, like, amazing work, and I feel like an idiot even thinking about this.
The best is, like, we're not going to get into this conversation, but the best is when you guys had kind of a blow up at each other, and we're not going to talk about what the blow up was about, but you guys had a blow up with each other. And when that happened, I was like, Scott's not going to do the show, bro. Like, we should, you should find a different cameraman because Scott's not going to do the show. He's like, no, we can fix this. I'm like, dude, you can't shatter a fucking glass table and put it back together. Like, I don't know what you...
I mean, I've known Scott. We went to the same high school. I've known Scott for so many years. And, Scott, I know Scott knows that I don't, like, hate him or look down on him. I know he knows that. Mm-hmm. I know he knows kind of who I am and how I operate, and, sometimes...
I just think you guys need to meet in the middle. There needs to be... I don't want to say compromise, but you guys...
Here's what I'm doing. I'm buying Scott a brand new Apple computer because the computer he's got is like 6 years old. I'm going to buy him a brand new computer. We're talking. He's most likely going to be our camera guy because, honest to God, look at the comments. Like, people love Scott. They love his camera work. He's so valuable to this thing, and I feel like such a horrible person for my actions with Scott. And I'm glad you said something because I wouldn't even known if you didn't even say anything.
I just, you know the situation was like we were sitting there, we were watching the Bad Kid show, the one where we went to the Bills game. We were like pre-screening it before we made it public, and I mean part of it was we had it on your big screen, and we're in a home theater room, so that's different as far as watching a video. Like watching a video on your laptop and watching a YouTube video on your big screen is a completely different experience. But the combination of like the HD camera and the watching it in the living room and watching us, like, it's one thing to do a Skype conversation, but it's another thing when you actually see the person's eyes. Like, I think you cheat when you wear glasses. Like, it's not fair. Like, when I go play poker, I don't like when people wear glasses. I think it's cheating.
Because, but I don't wear glasses to hide my emotions.
I know you wear it for different reasons, but like a lot of times, you can see, like if you watch the live shows, watch my face when you say something retarded. It's priceless. It's just like sometimes I have like this sour look on my face, like what the fuck did you just say? Or I'll like roll my eyes. Like I'm actually kind of condescending. Like if you watch me, I'm kind of
real. You don't always say the most intelligent things. Let's be real.
What are you talking about? I'm a genius.
Yeah, right.
What not so intelligent things do I say?
I don't know. At one point,
exactly, because you can't come up with any.
At one point in the video, you like completely said something. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. But you're not always point on, mister.
And I know, and I'm okay. I admit that I'm never always point on. Sometimes I'll start a topic and then I kind of won't finish it. So yeah.
Sometimes you'll just repeat yourself 100 times, and I'm like, what the hell?
Because I feel like you're not listening. That's why. Because like I will tell you something, and then you'll it's almost like you took a ball, swallowed it, and shit it out. I'm like, no, I need you to digest it.
It'll be like, all right, this is not what he said, but this is just an example. He'll be like, yeah, so what I was thinking is, maybe we'll go down to the store, we'll get some Jaeger, and we'll get some Red Bulls, because if we get in the vehicle and we start driving down the road and we grab some Red Bulls and Jaegers together, we could do some shots tonight. Do you want to do shots tonight? We'll go to the store. We'll get, and you're just like, what?
Sometimes I do reiterate what I'm trying to say, because I know I've been talking for a minute, and I'll just reiterate what I say.
I'm just saying.
See how I did that right there?
Perfect.
I'm not saying you are perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. But I do enjoy doing the in real life videos more than I do doing these Skype conversations.
I think the Bad Kid Show.
I think it makes for a better show.
I think the Bad Kid Show needs Scott in it really bad. Like I don't want any other cameraman. I don't want anyone else. I want Scott, and I really, really hope as we're talking with him the next couple of days that he comes out to Seattle, Washington, and we film another amazing stuff. Because the fans love the in-real-life videos. They absolutely love them.
I agree. I mean, I thought they were better shows. It just needs to be the logistics of it. You know what I mean? That's right. All it is.
And then there's always the big money issue. We're not even partnered yet. Damn it.
Yeah, we need to get on there. So if you want to partner us, what's up? What's happening? I mean, according to you, Keem, I don't want this taken out of my mouth, but according to you, you think they're scumbags that'll partner anybody. Well, partner us. What's up?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, let's make this clear to the public. There's been over 15 companies that have tried to partner us. We just haven't accepted an offer because we haven't found an offer that's good enough. Let's be fair. But I mean, if Yaush partners us, nobody's kids are going to be safe. I'll tell you that right now.
Wow.
I kid. Double pun intended.
That's the corniest joke I've ever heard from you.
Can we talk about the website?
Go for it.
The website has now over 3,000 members of loyal Bad Kid Show fans, and we love you. We love you. And you do get these videos about 12 hours, 14 hours early if you're a member of the website. Can we just explain?
I want to explain to people how we do it, okay? So after we get done with the video and after the video is ready, normally what will happen is Keemstar will upload it to YouTube unlisted. And then what he'll do is he'll go to the Bad Kid Show. No, you send out an email.
Yeah, I go to the Bad Kid Show website and I send out an email to every single person.
Exactly. So.
Oh my God! Guess who's here? I hope he answers. Scott Martin is here. Scott, we are actually filming the Bad Kid Show right now.
Are you comfortable with that, sir?
Are you comfortable with that?
What do you mean? I'm going to be in the call?
Well, yeah, we're actually filming it right now.
You want me? I could just call you back if you guys want to just do it on your own.
No. He called
come in to say hi.
Okay.
We were just talking about how I was a huge dick to you, and then I'm really sorry.
Well, you were born a dick. What can you do?
And we were also saying how you're the best cameraman in the world, and we.
You don't have to flatter me.
But you are.
Well, I know I'm good, but
Go look at the comments. Go look at the comments. I'm not even trying to kiss your ass. I'm just saying, look at the comments. People are like, best cameraman in the world, Scott is the man.
Well, if they're comparing me to you, of course. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As you know, my mom was an audiovisual teacher, and I've had a camera in my hand since I was a kid. So I film it the way I see it. That's it. I tried to mix it up a little bit.
I got a quick question for you, Scott.
Yeah.
As far as movies go, who is your favorite director?
Robert Rodriguez.
Name a couple directors that you really enjoy. That's a better question.
Be right back.
Okay. I would say Robert Rodriguez was an inspiration since college. Some of his early work.
From Dusk Till Dawn kind of stuff? Or?
even earlier. I mean, what I respect about him is that he did everything on his own, and his original film that basically launched his career was off $16,000, and every movie that he's had since he
was
made
that the first Desperado or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked it.
Absolutely, and he's filmed out of his garage. You know, like his even Spy Kids, you know, which some people hate because he almost looks like a sellout. If that's his thing and he makes it look good, high production value, and he edits it out of his studio in his garage, I mean, he's a high-profile director, and most people don't know that. They just assume Hollywood studio, you know?
Scott, I need those files now.
Oh,
just joking.
So, I mean, there's a variety of them. Robert Zemeckis, some of James Cameron's stuff, obviously, you know, he's obviously mainstream. There's some that are unknown.
You know what's hella funny about that? Hate to interrupt you. I actually watched the second half of Titanic earlier today. It was on HBO. And what's hilarious about that is I was on Facebook later on, and I was scrolling through, like, one of those Facebook sites where it shows, like, funny pictures, you know?
Yeah.
And one of them was a diagram where it showed Jack from Titanic, and he's on the edge of the boat, and, you know, the girl's on the boat and, like, looking down at him or whatever. And they showed, like, 6 other scenarios where, you know, current day people were the same size boat, and they're like, you know, both of them could have fit. Like, it shows them, like, playing cards on the boat, and it shows them, like, sprawled out and stuff. And they're like, both of them could have fit. That's a little hole in that problem. But
of course, but at the time when they've got your heart in their hand and, you know, they're freezing to death and everybody's falling off and you see bodies propellers and stuff, you're not thinking, wait, they both fit. Because I was thinking that at the time, but you also got to keep in mind hypothermia and the size of your lungs with that water. That water was super cold, you know?
Yeah.
So if they didn't get it, I don't know. I guess too many people, I don't know. You're right. I think some of them could have lived, but anyway.
I think they should have blew up the ship and had Godzilla, like, come out and, like, imagine if you did a movie on Titanic and you threw in, like, a twist at the end that no one was expecting. How awesome would that be?
Like, it just all of a sudden just worked. Like, the front of the ship broke, but like somehow it was just like the back end's like down, but it's like riding like a surfboard. Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking like Godzilla comes in and eats the rest of the people.
You're dumb.
That shit would be so awesome.
Okay, but you got to remember, it was like it's a fiction story, you know, fictional.
I know, but imagine if they did the remake of
based on a non.
But what you're saying, you're saying keep the movie for 2.5 hours. Just like it is, like this heartfelt love story.
And then at the end, completely troll everyone.
Of course, that would be a Keem ending.
Hey, Keemstar, I guarantee you haven't seen this movie, and I think Scott probably has. Have you seen the movie The Kissing Game?
Oh, actually, I think you might have me. Let me see if I have. The Kissing Game?
Mm-hmm.
Never seen it. I'm not a movie guy.
Who's director, producer?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But The Kissing Game has one of the most ultimate twists in a movie I've ever seen. And it really goes, what the fuck just happened? Like,
okay, don't tell us more. I'm going to watch it. Is it on Netflix?
You're going to be mad that I even told you to watch it. But
and the director is Brad Armstrong, and he also wrote it.
Okay. You know what I really like? I really like movies where the director wrote and directed it.
No, I agree because they don't.
What's up, team? What's up, team?
Somebody just tweeted me, Chaos Slicer is a liar, a cheater, and a thief.
That's funny. No, I really like when the director writes and directs the movies. Like, I'm a huge fan of Brian De Palma, and my favorite Brian De Palma movies are always the ones when he writes and directs it.
Well, then. You know, with Robert Rodriguez early on, he was doing the same thing. And if you ever get a chance and you like to read books at all, Rebel Without a Crew. I wasn't one to read books early on, but it really inspired me to get, you know, back in 2006 when my computer was brand new, like that was my motivation behind it all because this guy, he did it out of nothing. I took my like income tax and you know, my tax return and my student loan, you know, the leftover money. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go do this. And I started doing stuff way back when, but then I got a full-time job and it took me away from all of that stuff. And it wasn't involving production. But yeah, I agree because the writer wrote. I mean, they spent all that time and they have a vision rather than.
I just think that whenever someone writes something and then passes that along to someone that directs it, I think stuff gets lost in translation.
Absolutely, no, I agree.
Feel free to type in the comments below, fuck Keemstar, but we are over an hour and I'm shutting down the show. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.